We have more amazing recommendations that could not be the part of this video, but if you liked our recommendations, and we get over 50 likes, we will do another part, mentioning more games of tactical RPG genre. Hello and welcome to our channel. In a previous video, we mentioned 7 tactical RPGs that you might want to consider playing in 2023, and we promised that if we got over 50 likes we will do a round 2 and mention more upcoming games of tactical RPG genre. And guess what? You guys have destroyed that like button, and here we are with another video, where we will mention 9 more amazing upcoming tactical RPGs of 2023. So, without wasting any more second, let's dig right into the video. Jagged Alliance 3 is an upcoming tactical role-playing game, being developed by Haemimont Games and will be published by THQ Nordic, set to release sometime in 2023. The fictional country of Grand Chien has been in chaos following the kidnapping of its president by a rogue paramilitary force known as the Legion. With their remaining resources, the president's family hires a group of elite mercenaries, who will attempt to rescue the president and bring order to the country. The game is played from an isometric perspective, and is a turn-based strategy game in which the player issues command to a squad of mercenaries. Each member of the player's squad has their own unique backstories and personalities. The game features a roster of 40 mercenaries, including several returning characters from previous entries. Weapons can be customized, and the mercenaries can aim at individual body parts of an enemy. They can also be looted for their resources. Players can also access a dynamic campaign map, which will provide them with more context about each individual turn-based battle, and how the enemy forces react to them as they attempt to retake these territories. Players will also gain intel as they progress, thus unlocking additional side missions and opportunities. As the mercenaries level up, they will also unlock new skills and abilities. The game will also feature a cooperative multiplayer mode. Dark Envoy is an RPG adventure with tactical real-time combat and online co-op by Event Horizon. Dark Envoy brings classic RPG mechanics with a skill-based combat system, built on classes and specializations, and blends it with diverse tactical options of approaching your battles. The game is scheduled for release in 2023 on PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. You control a party of relic hunters wandering across the land of John with their companions. The game combines a skill-based combat system, built on classes and specializations with diverse tactical options of approaching your battles. You can complete the full story as a single-player campaign, or enjoy it with a friend in a fully fledged online co-op mode. Following are the game features which devs have mentioned. You will control the battlefield, and choose the speed you want to play at, as there are 3 modes of approaching battles that are real-time, pause or slow time, giving yourself the time to plan and react. You will use the terrain to your advantage by separating close combat enemies from their support by erecting stone walls. Aim to control sources of health and mana on the battleground. Use cover to protect your ranged characters. Skills supported by perks, loadouts, and synergies, and last but not the least, expansive crafting featuring research and enchantment. Ash of Gods: The Way is a turn-based story-driven tactical card game by Dust. So the story goes like this. 20 years have passed since the Great War. Frieza and Berkana kingdoms have managed to forge an uneasy peace, but old grievances are not forgotten and new war is inevitable. The Frisians have groomed new and talented commanders. They did this using a secret game, developed by their best strategists to teach young aristocrats tactics and the art of war. Only by proving their tactical prowess can Frisian nobles achieve respect and a high rank. This way, only the best of the best make their way into the command. And soon, Frieza will be ready to strike. Build winning decks of warriors, equipment, and spells from 4 different factions in this story-driven tactical card combat game. Battle your way through a series of major tournaments, each with their own opponents, battlefields, and even rules. Earn new cards and upgrade your favorites, then combine them into any number of decks, and you're free to experiment as much as you like. do prepare carefully for key battles with major characters, as you'll only get a few chances before defeat will change the course of the story. You play as Finn, a young man whose only hope of preventing a neighboring nation from attacking his home is to master the card game they use to teach aristocrats the art of warfare, the way. Infiltrate the tournaments they hold, and you can get close to their elite commanders. What you do once you get there will be up to you. Realms Beyond, Ashes of the Fallen, is a classically inspired fantasy role-playing game with turn-based combat, and a party system that allows you to control up to 6 characters at any one time. It is being developed, and will be published by Series Games for Microsoft Windows. The release date for this is not yet announced. Not much is known about this game yet, but here is what the developers have shared as what to expect. It is a turn-based combat, featuring many spells, feats, and actions. Custom-built, isometric graphic engine that combines zoomable 2D and 3D technology to bring to the screen a never-before-seen amount of detail. A bustling open world, spanning entire continents, replete with believable NPCs, complex cultures, factions, societies, and a fascinating history. You can create a party of up to 6 characters, with customizable appearance, ranging from 7 different races and 8 different classes. There are more than 100 spells, each with unique, stunning visual effects, and thousands of individual items to use and interact with. An epic storyline, massive quests, uncounted missions, hordes of monsters, and a world that is steeped in lore and mystery, and finally you get to create your own adventures, campaigns, or even entire worlds, which is really an interesting feature that would add a lot of replayability. Before moving on to rest of the recommendations, we want to mention that we have also done a video of new and upcoming fighting game recommendations and psychological horror game recommendations from last year. So if you are a fan of these genres, you might want to take a look on those after this video. Link will be on the description. Now, let's continue with the video. Arcadian Atlas is a 2D isometric tactical role-playing game, developed by Twin Otter Studios and published by Serenity Forge. The game is about the choices people make in pursuit of the things they love, and the havoc it wreaks on a kingdom. Watch your back in the world of Arcadia, where a kingdom is tearing itself apart, and forces more dark and ancient than the soil are about to awaken. Experience deep tactical battles across vast and treacherous landscapes, as you build an army of powerful troops, customizing their classes and skills to gain every advantage against monsters, ruthless men, a daughter scorned, and a queen so cruel that she'd kill her own husband to gain the throne. Form an army of specialized fighters and wielders of magic, choosing from over 12 custom classes to build out your party, as you fight through a seemingly endless conflict. Travel the world of Arcadia, fighting off monsters and avoiding traps as you rain down destruction on your foes, from varied grid-based maps based in ancient ruins, abandoned lighthouses, seaside villages, desert hideouts, snow-capped mountains, verdant forests, and thriving kingdoms. Cyber Knights Flashpoint by Trees Brothers is a third-person turn-based squad tactics, with gridless movement, cover, overwatch, initiative manipulation, and more, where you outsmart enemy security with creative stealth and hacking, or go loud with powerful weapons and abilities. The game is set to release sometime in Q2 of this year. Explore the dystopian cyberpunk future of 2231, as you command a company of shadow mercenaries working for the highest bidder. Cyber Knights wraps a world full of consequential story choices and significant character development around a rich core of classic and new mechanics. The game combines tactical elements like stealth, hacking, and tense combat, with strategic features like base building, contact management, and in-depth squad customization. Inkbound reinvents turn-based gameplay in a fluid online-only co-op roguelike from the creators of Monster Train, where you can play solo or party up to dive into the magical, dangerous books of the Athenaeum Library and fight to save this rich, ever-expanding world. It is developed and will be published by Shiny Shoes sometime during Q2 of this year. The magical Athenaeum contains all stories ever written. Each book becomes a portal to another world, where you will face unique threats. Inkbound's universe will continue to expand over time with new books, characters to meet, and challenges to overcome. Outside of combat, players move freely like an action game. Within the unique turn-based combat system, players move freely, act simultaneously in multiplayer, and can rapidly utilize abilities. You will explore a varied set of character classes, while adapting your strategy during runs to craft powerful builds. With draftable abilities, ability upgrades, and hundreds of items to find, there are many possible ways to play. The Athenaeum acts as a social hub, where players can meet with friends and strangers, to party up into groups of up to 4. Tactical Breach Wizards is a puzzle tactics game by Suspicious Developments, where you lead a team of outcast witches and wizards in Kevlar, unraveling a modern geopolitical conspiracy by combining your spells in clever ways, dealing with your emotional problems, and knocking people through windows. The release date for this is not yet announced. Here, the developers want to encourage you to find novel and ridiculous ways to use your spells, so they allow you to rewind your turn as many times as you like, letting you freely experiment with any wild idea you might have, until you find a genius strategy that works. The campaign is story-driven and linear, and each of your team is a named character with entirely unique abilities. Between missions, you make dialogue choices and conversations with your team and your rivals, piece together the plot on a conspiracy map, choose how to upgrade each wizard's spells, and unlock new outfits by building the confidence to wear them. You'll be fighting a paramilitary corps whose elite magical operatives include the less lethal pyromancer, a religious regime who oppress resistance with riot priests, the elder shrub lords of the druid mafia, and the Rushwater Police Department's rising star, the traffic warlock. Developers expect the core campaign to take about 8 hours to complete, with some optional side missions that are more about challenge than story. Phantom Brigade is a hybrid real-time and turn-based tactical RPG by Brace Yourself Games, focusing on in-depth customization and player-driven stories. As the last surviving squad of mech pilots, you must capture enemy equipment and facilities to level the playing field. Outnumbered and outgunned, lead the Phantom Brigade through a desperate campaign to retake their war-torn homeland. Phantom Brigade is set to launch on PC via Steam on February 28, 2023. Following are the game features as described by the developers. In this game, you are expected to predict enemy movements, orchestrate precisely timed countermeasures, and hit execute to watch the physics-based action unfold in real time. You will hold a wide range of arsenal including railguns, beam weapons, missiles, energy swords, and more to rain destruction down upon your homeland's invaders, with weaponry salvaged from each enemy mech you defeat. Make high-level tactical decisions on the world map, manage your mobile base, and decide how to apply your limited resources. Take command of your squad in varied missions, ranging from sabotage of enemy equipment and convoy ambushes, to liberation battles and challenging outpost onslaughts. Phantom Brigade enables you to fine-tune the performance of your mechs, install a wide selection of equipment, and access a wealth of cosmetic options. Phantom Brigade allows every square meter of each battle map to be destroyed. Shatter your enemy's cover and collapse buildings on top of them. So, that is it for today's mentions. We enjoyed collating these games for you, and hope that you enjoyed watching it. And if you did, please consider giving this a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel to watch more amazing recommendations. Also let us know in the comments, which new tactical RPGs are you considering to play this year? We will be back soon with more. Take care, and have a wonderful day.